Welcome everybody to Beyond the Best. This is our first podcast episode for the agency this semester. We are so lucky to be joined with one of our clients, Connecticut Innovations. This is Emma.
Hi guys, thank you so much for having me. So excited to chat with you guys a little today.
She is the Senior Marketing Coordinator at Connecticut Innovations, and we'll get into a little bit more of what they do later on. I am Morgan, and
I'm Tim.
We are the co-account execs for Connecticut Innovations this semester at the agency. And for a quick introduction, the agency is an award-winning student-run interdisciplinary firm consisting of social media, graphic design, content and copy, and we also have video and film teams. So that's a little bit of what we do. We are going to get into our work with Connecticut Innovations and kind of what we've been doing this semester. So Emma, do you want to give us a brief overview of Connecticut Innovations' mission and kind of what the tour to Connecticut was?
Yeah, happy to. So I'm Emma. I'm a Senior Marketing Coordinator at Connecticut Innovations. We're the state's venture capital arm. So we invest in early stage companies in Connecticut. We look for venture backable, tech-focused companies. Our portfolio of almost 250 companies spans climate tech, bioscience. We also just launched a new $50 million AIQ fund, which focuses on AI and quantum computing. We have a $50 million future fund, which focuses on underrepresented founders. So our portfolio is really diverse. It's so fun to be able to support all these different kind of entrepreneurs and founders. I'm on the marketing team there. It's myself and our CMO, Lauren Carmody. We help support our portfolio companies with their PR needs, communication needs. We help them host events. We open up our office, allow them to come in, host their own meetings, events. So we kind of serve as like the epicenter for all these founders and entrepreneurs, investors to come together and network and build great collaboration here in Connecticut. So the Tour Day Connecticut is an initiative that we launched 3 years ago. It came from an idea from our CEO. He loves to bike. He recently got into the e-biking, and one day he said, why don't we bike across Connecticut and visit our portfolio companies? And, you know, we kind of laughed it off. Great creative idea, never going to happen. And then he was like, no, I want you guys to execute it. So we sat down, we started thinking about how we could relate this, you know, to our mission and what CI does and make it something useful for our portfolio companies. So we came up with this idea where we literally did bike across the state of Connecticut. We started in Mystic the first year, ended in Stamford, and stopped by our portfolio company headquarters. We held meetings with them. We got to see their space because a lot of the time they're coming to meetings at our headquarters. So it was really nice to kind of flip it around and go to their space and see what they're doing in action and on the floor. So we did that. It was 200 miles. We hosted events along the way. We had guest riders join. And every year it kind of just grew a little more. This year we had about 30 guest riders. Our board chair, Michael Cantor, he joined us the whole time. His wife, the mayor of West Hartford, Sherry Cantor, joined us. We have our CEO do the whole thing with us. It's amazing. It's so fun. The energy is just contagious, and we love having new people join us. And it was so fun having you guys help us promote the tour this year.
Yeah, it was really fun to be there. And I know you talked about the collaboration between all your portfolio companies. Just to see that unfold throughout the tour, see everybody there, everybody smiling, happy to be there. Some of them were exhausted because they were biking.
Yeah.
But it really was just a great environment, and you could see that everyone was working together.
Yeah, it's unique. I feel like I had never heard of anything like that before, and it's just nice to see people, you know, out of the office and on the road, literally. Yeah, it's a great experience.
Yeah, it was really cool to see like a lot of the interactions on ground because you do have so many portfolio companies and so many different sectors. Watching like the interactions between some of the people who would have never met was really cool. One of my like standout moments was when we were in Kibu and we kind of got to see the work they do like hands-on. That was really, really awesome.
I mean, yeah, we saw everything from salsa to tech companies. So
Yes.
it really just an immersive space with so many different companies.
Yeah, that's what I love about CI as well, as how like broad the industries that we invest in are. And that was also kind of the tour's mission, was to show all of the different types of technologies and innovation that we invest in across the state of Connecticut.
Amazing. So for when it comes to the agency, our involvement this semester was kind of to be your content hub. So we first started out with a big scope of work where we went through all the Instagram posts, the reels, daily stories, some behind the scenes work, and just like overall company spotlights, which was really fun. How was your experience like filming at the stops, Tim?
I mean, the experience was definitely, it was my first time doing something like that and being part of an event like this. So it really was unique. It was exciting. Just being in charge of scheduling everybody too. We had everybody from the agency come out to film certain places. And these are college students too. So they have schedules they're all working around. So just figuring that out, this is a lot of their first time experiencing something like this as well. So we just had everybody come together. Not a lot of time to figure it out, but I feel like we definitely figured it out.
We did
when we had to. And it was really fun seeing everybody come together.
Yeah, we were quickly immersed with this project, like very off the jump in the semester, but it was really, really fun, and I have never like scheduled like that. It was really fun to be able to do all of that and like create like a built out social calendar and all of that stuff, and also just like the energy that from like the influencers to the riders was so fun. I remember at one point we were driving alongside you guys as you
guys were committed. We
were driving as you were like filming out of the car, so that was a lot of fun.
And we met a lot of people too.
Yeah,
that was another really cool thing. Not even the founders of the companies was the most interesting part, but there was one time when we saw Secret Service men.
Yes.
And Morgan looked at me and she said, "Who is that?" I said, "That's the governor."
Yep.
He's like, "What?"
Yeah, we love Governor Lamont.
Yes.
He loves coming to our events. We love having him. He gave opening remarks at one of our CPG focused events in Westport. So
with no microphone. Yeah. His voice filled up the whole room.
He just rolls with it. Yeah, he's like pretty low maintenance.
So what was your experience, Emma, kind of like working with us? I know we were a big group of students.
Honestly, I'm not just saying it because you guys are here, but you guys were amazing to work with. We were so impressed day one. I think it was you two that were at our first stop, the kickoff breakfast in Stamford. And we arrived, we saw you guys, and you guys just dove right in. Like next thing you know, I see you guys filming and interviewing one of our founders, and I'm like, okay, like they're just gonna do this, which we absolutely love. It's something that we wanted and we were hoping for from working with you guys, because we have all these dreams and ideas, but it's so hard for us to execute it when we're also dealing with the logistics of the tour and like making sure we're on time. And so to have you guys there to make those ideas actually come to fruition was amazing. And I just was blown away by the way you guys stepped up. You know, you pulled people aside for interviews, you took your pictures. And we appreciated that, because when we have our founders and our guest riders coming to join us, we want them to feel special and included, and to have you guys there to kind of greet them and just give them this like white glove treatment, we call it, and make them feel like they're special and needed and important. That was amazing. And then just every stop we rolled up to, there was like new people there. Like we left you guys, we showed up at Kibu and there was like 3 more people, and you guys were on time, you rolled with the punches. You know, an event like this, there's no way you're going to have everything go perfectly. So everyone was super flexible. If we were running ahead of time or, you know, behind time, like everyone just rolled with it. And you guys were amazing and you made it fun. And one thing I loved was that you guys helped kind of show the authentic side of it with the content that you captured and the trends. Like one of my favorite ones was the like, this is me before a 200-mile ride, this is me after. Like we would have never thought of that. That was so fun. And then I know there was one reel where they were asking what's your like biggest biking essential, and I think it was like day 3. Everyone was tired. None of the answers that we were giving made any sense, but you guys still put it together and gave it to us. It's one of my favorite videos. It got like some of the best interaction, and we were like, this is our brain after like 150 miles. And it just, the content was just like super valuable to us, so we really appreciated having you guys along.
Yeah, we had a great time.
We did have a great time, and all of our teams were working together too.
Yeah,
so it was whoever was there at the event had to take pictures, and the social team made the idea. Content and copy team made the script, the caption for it, and then we had photos and videos, just putting everything together. A graphic design team.
Even leading up to the tour, I mean, some of my favorite content you guys also produced was the 3-2-1, the 3 days, 2 days, 1 day leading up to the tour. That was super unique, and just the editing of the photos, it was just like super sleek, which is the style that we like to go for. Even the portfolio company layout with all the logos, like you guys were finding ways to really promote our companies, which is always like at the forefront of our minds and what we want to do, and you put them first, which was awesome.
Yeah, so we had a lot of content to really pop up online. I think the first day of the 3-2-1 post, the 3, I think that might have been the best performing post.
Yeah, that one was 3 reasons why we ride, I think.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, and you guys gave that to us just on a whim.
It's just like the event, like I was kind of saying before, it's just so unique, and it's really hard to describe, like, to people that aren't there in the moment. So like we do our best, but we love talking about it just because it really is like one of those, it's the favorite thing I've ever done at CI. We hear from people all the time, like, this is amazing, you have to do it again. So we could talk all day about why we ride.
Yeah, and it was very cool to see people join for like different legs, because obviously your team was there the entire like duration.
Yep, our core riding
Yeah,
team.
yeah, of the tour, which was so fun to be able to see everyone at every stop, and we're like, hey, everybody again. But it was also really cool to have like those special guests pop in every once in a while and kind of just get involved with the content. I remember there was one person who started filming us. I was like, oh my goodness,
They
what is
flipped it
going
around on you.
Yeah, yeah, but it was really cool to see those special guests. And I remember hearing one of the speakers at an event just talk about how Connecticut is like one of the biggest innovation hubs in America, which you may not have thought of, but it's very true. And I think just the way the state is building right now is very, very interesting.
Yeah, I would say as well that that's another part of CI's mission that I also really align with. Obviously, I'm on the marketing team. So yes, we provide capital to companies. Our deal team members are literally giving them capital and investing in them. But I think CI kind of takes it a step further with the strategic and the like ongoing support. And I also feel like our mission is to lift up Connecticut, champion Connecticut, because, you know, we get looked over a lot, Boston, New York, that happens. So we've been really focusing on keeping and recruiting key talent in Connecticut, keeping people like you here when you graduate, and just letting people know all the amazing things that Connecticut has to offer. We have a huge bioscience community in New Haven. A lot of our companies are down there. We just invested in a new company right in downtown New Haven called Bexorg. They're using AI and studying human brains. And yeah, there's just so much innovation. And you're right, sometimes Connecticut is looked over. So that's why we create things like the tour, to kind of put Connecticut on a platform, put us on the map.
Yeah, and your marketing efforts definitely stand out, because we have been able to see just the awareness grow around the innovation that is building in Connecticut. And I think
it's exciting to see too. Like, I'm a lifelong Connecticut resident.
Right there with you.
Yep, and just learning about everything that's going on and just getting excited for the future, seeing all these companies come up. It's a really great thing to see.
Yeah, and seeing like all the different places they are in Connecticut. Like you would never know, Athletic Brewing, one of the biggest non-alcoholic brewing companies in the U.S., in the world, they're winning all these awards. Their headquarters are right in Milford, Connecticut. So it's just, you know, featuring and showcasing things like that.
Yeah, I never would have thought that. I actually went home to Jersey recently, and I saw Athletic Brewing, and I was like,
you'll see it everywhere now.
I know. I had no idea. I had no idea it was based
saw
out
it
of
in the
Milford.
stores everywhere, and I never put two and two together. I didn't know it was.
Yep.
Me either.
I didn't know it was here.
It was good. We had some on the tour.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah,
guys
we
were
did.
there too.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, that was a lot of fun. So, kind of to wrap up here, do you have any advice to young professionals and creatives like ourselves who are entering like the marketing field, or just like the innovative space in general?
Yeah, I think if I could put it in the most simplest terms, it would just to be bold. Be bold, take risks, put yourself out there. It's super easy to kind of like go with the flow, stay in the background a little bit, get your work done, you know, take an internship here and there, apply for a few things. I just think being bold, like putting yourself out there, not being afraid to fail. That's also a mentality that CI has that I appreciate, which is kind of like fail fast mentality, like try something. If it doesn't work, move on. And I think if you take that forward into your early career, because you will fail, you'll make mistakes. Happens to everybody. It's happened to me. And instead of kind of getting stuck on it, move on, try the next thing. So be bold and be adventurous, and yeah, don't be afraid to have a little fun. I think it's definitely scary and serious entering the professional world, but one of the biggest things I've learned is you make really good connections and true professional connections if you kind of lead with the more personable side. Like the business will get done, but, you know, lead with connecting with people on a more personal level. That's exactly kind of what the tour is as well. Like you're out sweating on a bike talking to somebody. It's so different than sitting in a boardroom with them like across the table. So
yeah, no, we had like a wonderful time, and we jumped right in. I think it was definitely a huge learning experience for myself, and also completely new. Like as much as it was personal, it was like a little bit different professionally. And I think I don't know, Tim, if you can also agree, like it was definitely
I agree 100%.
A new role being kind of a manager for a bunch of people. It was very interesting.
Yeah,
I learned a lot.
We call this event, just so you know, a logistical nightmare with the scheduling and everything like going on at different times and having to have everybody in the same place coming from different places. Obviously, you went through the same thing with making the schedule and trying to figure out all the stops. So
I think we had 3 copies of our schedule for our team
oh my
go
goodness,
out.
we were like editing until the night before. We had so many like 2 a.m. like writing all this, all
was
the
our
work,
first time
doing all the
experiencing
content,
something
but
like that too.
it was so valuable, and like I would not change.
It feels good too when you see it all like from start to finish. You see it through and you see it come to life. So I hope you guys are proud of everything that you did.
We are. We're very proud. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Emma, and thank you for being ride or die on this tour, Tim.
Literally ride or die.
Literally ride or die. It was something.
It was a lot, but like you said, I wouldn't change anything.
Yeah, we had a great time, and thank you all listeners for joining us today. We are so happy to have made our first episode of Beyond the Best, and we hope you join us. There will be future account executives on with our other clients the rest of the semester. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.